Monday. All right, Gina, do you wanna do the next thing? We're gonna switch over to our summary now.
Alright. So I think we're sort of maybe we have a few minutes off our regular schedule, but let's see, so we're gonna just take a look here at our common ground, our areas of disagreement and questions and concerns, and we can discuss that a little bit more. So here on our common ground, which is way down there, I don't know if everyone can see, it looks like we have families need to be involved in teaching proper behavior. Is there anything else that we pulled from this discussion that someone would like to see added to common ground? And these are the results that we'll be bringing back to the group to sort of show where our conversation went and what we covered.
Well, I don't know if it was an agreement, that schools should be supporting, part of this process. I don't know if it's in common or not, but.
I wasn't sure either, but I did know that it came up. What do we think as a group? Was that a common ground piece or something that may be still under discussion?
I don't think they can ignore it, that's my vote. I don't agree with them ignoring it.
Okay.
Does that count?
Every voice counts, so yes,
Well, I don't know if that
absolutely.
I don't know.
Okay, so,
Did we agree that there was an overlap in that one approach but multiple approaches, or, I don't know, did we agree about that? I don't know.
did we agree about that? That we have multiple approaches to
It's
this?
not just one thing, it's maybe a combo of things. I thought I heard that in the beginning about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we can put that for common ground, that this is definitely multiple approaches. And just to, again, to make sure that I heard correctly, when we first started voting, there was some wavering as to whether or not there should be one right answer. And that, I think, is sort of reflective in that thought right there. If you don't agree with that, please speak up, because we don't want it to be on common ground if it's not common. Okay, anything else we want to add to the common ground that we think that as a group we had consensus about?
In areas of disagreement, tech or emotion in tech, I think tech, emotion, and behavior in tech.
Okay.
Because we've talked more about behavior than the emotion of it, I think,
All right, so we want to add behavior to that? And I think that, again, is right back to it looks different for everybody, based on your experiences, based on what you know. We're gonna see it through our different lenses, our different personal lenses. I think that's good. Anyone want to add to our areas of disagreement? Is there something that we still feel like as a group we have not really seen eye to eye on?
In the questions, the second one is more of a legislative process.
Okay,
Like, why isn't there legislation like rape, where you're required to, I mean, it's well written, but I was inferring that there should be laws.
and is this what we're talking about, the questions and concerns, why isn't there a process?
Yeah, I didn't know there was three, I couldn't see
No,
it.
that's okay.
Yeah, the last one.
Are you okay with it being on this page, or would you rather it be an area of disagreement? What makes more sense for you?
No, I think it's a concern,
It's a concern, so.
that there should be legislation.
Okay. Okay. So it's in the right home right now, okay.
I didn't mean that each district should have their own policy. I think the state or the federal government should have a policy.
Okay, right, back to legislation. Is there anything else anyone would like to see, or back to areas of disagreement to make sure we close up on that one? Is there anything else that's standing out as an area of disagreement?
I would like to add a common ground that Torrington Board of Education should embrace in technology.
Is that common ground? Or is that an area of disagreement, or is that a question and a concern?
I have one question about that. Do you mean, what level of schooling do you mean? Can elementary, middle, and high school? Or do you mean, like, all across the board technology? Or do you just mean like high school level to prepare you for college, or middle school, high school, and up?
Yes to all of that. I think they should embrace technology.
But it's the town that needs to embrace that, that's not the Board of Education. It's the city of Torrington that needs to say.
It absolutely is the Board of
Taxpayers,
Education.
we are
Who's
willing to
educating your
give the board,
kids?
You know, $1 million to bring in computers to every single, the town has to do that as a whole, not just the Board
About
of Education.
revisit. How about revisit,
We wanna
The issue.
revisit that piece,
common
so.
ground is we think the Torrington Board of Ed should revisit the, possible.
Their stance on
yeah,
technology.
stance on-
If they're there listening, it's a stronger stance. If we can agree, at least in this room, they should embrace it.
I don't know what that means, though, I gotta be honest with you, I don't know exactly what embrace it means, what that looks like.
They,
in
they
school.
should allow Torrington Board of Education should allow electronic devices in the schools.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so before we lose our point, I just wanna make sure we get the disagreement, because we have one now, so I don't wanna do that. Let's get it up there. How do we wanna phrase this? What is it we're disagreeing about? Who's responsible for embracing the technology? Who's responsible for bringing it to the schools? You tell me.
All the parents here embraced it. They gave their kids electronic devices, that I hear. I gave all my kids the electronic devices at 12.
I think the age factor is what I'm hearing, that maybe for older, but not.
That was the magic number in my household, 12.
But are you talking about the school bringing computers or the school allowing laptops and cell phones?
I didn't say that they should fund everyone's electronic devices. I think they should allow them.
Okay, so let's get that up. That the schools should be allowing technology as a point of disagreement. Am I correct in saying that? That you feel that way and some people disagree, is that correct? So can we get that one up? So the school should allow technology. However that may look, whether they're funding it or just allowing it in the door. But I think that's kind of what we're looking at. And I saw a hand, yes.
Well, I think, I don't wanna speak for him, but are you saying you wanna allow more technology as a teaching tool? Or are you saying
Yes.
you want them to be able to bring their smartphones
Yes.
in to use? I'm just wondering, and I guess that is the area of disagreement. You keep saying allow technology, and I don't quite understand. I understand it as a teaching tool. I don't know if they do
All
smart boards
technology
in
here
high
is checked
school,
at the
but-
door. It's not allowed.
Yeah,
It's checked at the door.
so they can't
Blanketly.
have an iPad, they
No.
can't use that.
No. Ask these kids.
I'm not disagreeing with that, I'm just wondering exactly what you meant. Should they be able to use their smartphones while
Yes.
they're teaching?
No.
That's why I'm, okay.
So what technology can they use? If it were to be allowed, are we talking an open policy or specific technology for learning purposes?
Well, that's a good point. The policy should be more open. They've closed, all technology is checked at the door here. Just like no weapons, no technology.